To start our neutral rainbow, we are going to have a paint palette that looks similar to this. They're called Tempera Cakes. I'm going to get my brush wet like I do with watercolor, and notice how I just keep spinning my brush on the color. That's how we get the paint started, because it's dry and we need to turn it into paint. So normally I sing my ABCs in my head, and then that should be good after I've sang my ABCs in my head. So I chose to start with the kind of yellowish brownish color, and I'm going to make that my largest part of my rainbow. So I'm making it nice and big in the middle of my paper. When I run out of paint, I dip it back in, even though you can't see that on the side, and then I keep going. And sometimes you might need to get more water, and sometimes you don't. Try to get just the paint first, and if it's not really putting much paint on your paper, then you can get your brush wet again. Now I'm going to thicken up my line a little bit, make it a little wider, a little more even. And when I'm ready to switch colors, I want to dip my brush in the water, and I'm going to do the same thing over on the side. Even though you can't see it, I'm singing my ABCs in my head, and I'm spinning it on my next color. So now this is fast forwarded a little bit. You shouldn't be painting quite this fast or working quite this fast. But now I'm doing really nice brown, trying to get it even. I left just a little bit of a gap between my brown and my gold color. And then when I'm ready to switch colors, I do that all over again. I get my brush wet, I sing my ABCs in my head and spin it on the next color I want to do. Notice my rainbow is starting to get smaller. I'm trying to get those edges to be straight at the bottom so they're not all over the place. I want to try to keep them in line with each other if I can. So I'm switching colors again. This color looks kind of similar to the brown that I already used, but it is a little different. And then I'm going to do one more arch inside my rainbow with a different color. To finish out our neutral rainbow, we are going to use some neutral colored crayons that you're going to borrow from me, and we're going to just make some designs and fun patterns on the edge. So I chose to do some stripes on the outside of my rainbow. You can use whatever colors you want from the box. I tried to use kind of similar ones to what I used before, but they don't have to be. And then I decided to draw a rectangle in the corner, and I'll do that in all the other corners as well. And I'm going to repeat what I did on the other side. You don't have to, but I do think it makes it look nice if you repeat something that you've already done and it's happening again somewhere else in your artwork. And then for my last section, I decided to just make kind of some triangles where I'm not coloring them in perfect. I'm making little lines to kind of fill them in. It starts to look more like a zigzag. And then I'll do the same thing at the top.